Alright you guys, in today's video we're going to be going over the 1-year growth of these two amazing looking Severums right here. Not only are we going to be looking at their growth over the last year, but we're also going to be looking over their coloration and how much these guys have just colored up. And in my opinion, that is one of the best parts about keeping cichlids, is just tracking their growth and coloration and just how much they've progressed over the last year. So guys, let's go ahead, let's take it back to the first month that I got these guys. Quick disclaimer, some of the video footage isn't the greatest, as you guys will see, but I think it'll get the job done, displaying how much these guys truly have grown in the past year. So let's go ahead, let's get right into it.
So let's take it back to almost exactly 1 year ago. 12 months ago, I bought my first Severum. Now you guys can see from this video, he is very, very tiny. He's about the size of a quarter in these videos, and you will be able to see some of the tetras in the background swim by them, and they're almost the exact same size as the tetras. So that is how small these guys are. Now, from the minute that I got my Severums, they were super personable, had a great personality, and they were great eaters. They were never shy to eat any food, and they always greeted me at the door. They were never really afraid of me or the phone or my camera or anything. So these guys just had an amazing personality right off the bat.
Now, 2 weeks after I bought my orange shoulder Severum, I went out and I searched for a red spot gold Severum. Now, I specifically wanted one of these just because their colors look absolutely amazing, and I thought the two together, once they were adults and fully colored up, their contrasts would look awesome. And, you know, spoiler alert, you know, later on in the video when you see them today, I think their contrast is already looking amazing with how much the orange shoulder has colored up. But yeah, I really searched for a red spot gold Severum, and these two look absolutely amazing together. Now, for about the next month and a half, maybe 2 months, they grew just about a ½ inch each month. So nothing crazy, but you'll be able to notice it in these further clips coming up.
So now let's fast forward about 3 months later into December, and this is when I decided to change my substrate, and I actually decided to start recording fish YouTube videos, so the quality of the videos should get a little bit better from here on out.
So at this point with the Severums, they've only grown about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in 3 months, which really isn't a lot, but if you actually take a look at some of the footage, you'll notice that they actually grew quite a bit in width. From before they were super skinny, now they're actually putting on some size in the width department, which is something I always love about the Severums. They actually become kind of like a thick, girthy fish, which, I don't know, I always love the look of those guys. But so yeah, they haven't grown, you know, a ton in the first couple months, but that will exponentially speed up, as you guys will see in the upcoming clips. But yeah, so the first couple months, not a ton of growth. And it's actually really funny because I started doing more and more research about Severums, and the first Severum I bought, that grayish looking one that I called an orange shoulder Severum, the more research I did, I really couldn't find an exact depiction of what an orange shoulder Severum was. And I know there's like red shoulder Severums, which, you know, those are documented, you know, plentifully, but I've never really, like, you know, seen an orange shoulder Severum. That's just how it was like labeled as my local fish store. So at this point, I'm really curious to see how this guy's coloration will turn out, because I just really don't know. But as you guys will see it in these clips, that the orange shoulder Severum will start to get some blue on his face, and even a little bit of like a purple on his lower fin.
So with that being said, as time goes on and he starts to color up more, we should be able to tell what kind of Severum this guy truly is. So I'm super curious, and honestly, I can't wait. He's gonna look great. So now guys, let's go ahead, let's fast forward to May of 2024. So this is 5 months later than that last clip, 8 months total of ownership. Now you guys can see these Severums have been keeping that same steady pace of about a ½ inch every month. So maybe here they're maybe grown 3 inches, 3.5 inches since I got them, which again isn't crazy fast, but they're definitely starting to put on some of that girth that I was talking about earlier. And this is something to take note, is look how similar in size that the two Severums look to each other. They're actually, you know, fairly similar in size, and now today that is actually not the case, so you guys will see what that looks like after this clip. But yeah, these Severums, I've absolutely loved just owning them. They've become even more personable. You know, when you walk in the room, they get excited. They love feeding. These guys still eat like, you know, absolute units. They just go crazy for food, and they love a good varied, balanced diet. So not just meaty foods. They also are, they like to eat vegetable matter, so they're omnivores. So I throw a little bit of flakes, a little bit of pellet food in there, something that everything likes to eat, everything in the tank. And, these guys just, they love it. Now, something that I think could contribute to them growing quicker is, I don't feed these guys every day. I feed them every other day. And there are some times where I'm gone for maybe 2-3 days at a time, which is fine for the fish. But it's just not ideal for, growing them quickly necessarily. If you wanted to grow them quick, you could feed these guys even twice a day if you wanted to, and they'd get big pretty quickly. But I've been pretty conservative. You guys can tell by the tank size, it's only a 75 gallon, which is a 4-foot tank. And I plan to move these guys into at least a 150 or a 180, which is a 6-foot tank, which will give them, plenty of room. That'll be their forever home, and they can reach their max size of 12 inches. But, owning these guys so this far, 8 months into the journey, absolutely love it. They're getting some great color, great personality, and this is just one of the amazing things that, we as cichlid owners love about these guys.
So now, guys, let's fast forward 3 months to the present day, and you guys can see that these Severums in the last 3 months have put on way more size than they did in the previous 6 months. So they are growing exponentially, and not to mention the colors of my orange shoulder Severum, as you guys can see, are absolutely amazing. They're finally coming in, literally like within the last month. You guys can see his throat is super orange. His belly is kind of getting some of that orange color, and I'll put up a screenshot. He's getting just a nice blue, and like his dorsal fin, his tail fin at the bottom is getting like a red. So this guy's coloration is coming in way better than I thought it would, and I cannot wait to see how this guy looks in the future when he's fully colored up. Like, he just started getting this color, and as you guys can see, there's the orange on his side right there. He's looking absolutely great, and of course we can't forget the red spot gold Severum, of course, looking great as always as well. Look at the fins, are absolutely perfect. And yeah, these guys are looking absolutely amazing. Now, something that is very interesting, I think, is if you look back at the beginning of the video, my orange shoulder here is actually a decent bit smaller than my red spot gold Severum, and now it is definitely the opposite. Here you can kind of see a profile where the other Severum is almost an inch, maybe 1.5 inches bigger, which is kind of surprising. Like, this guy really just started taking off out of nowhere with his growth, and I really don't know what it is. Maybe it's like genetics. I don't know if like the red spot gold Severum is like genetically, mutated different. I don't know. I really don't know if this is even like lab grown or if it's found in the wild like that. But as you guys can see, he's still the tank boss though, as you guys can see. But yeah, this guy's definitely took off in growth versus him. And in one of the beginning clips, when we first got him, he was, barely the size of the skull. Like, he was like, a fraction of the size. There was a clip in there. But now, as you guys can see, he is bigger than the skull. So he's grown a lot in the last year. They both have. And I'm looking forward to seeing just how much these guys can grow in the future. I'm super excited, and I'm mostly excited for my orange shoulder Severum finally showing some of that adult coloration. Just a little bit though. I think he's got a lot more to go. And in my opinion, that is one of the most rewarding things about owning cichlids, is watching them grow into their color. It's like truly just one of the coolest things ever. So in summary, these guys really didn't grow an awful lot in the first 9 months, but these last 3 months have been amazing. These guys have grown and put on a ton of size just in the last 3 months, and it's definitely been worth the wait, and I've enjoyed, every day that's gone by with these guys. But that'll about do it for this Severum update video, guys. If you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, feel free to hit the like button, and feel free to hit the dislike button if you didn't like the video. And let me know why you didn't like the video in the comment section down below, because I'd always like to improve these videos for you guys. But if you guys, want more fish content, I'm always making fish content. So, yes, feel free to stick around. We have a lot of stuff to go over. A lot of stuff I want to do to this tank, as well as the saltwater tank. But, don't be afraid to leave any suggestions for what you want to see in the future. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace out, y'all.